Okay, guys. Hey, we're doing this video at night. Just got home, and Puck and I are going for a walk. It is a perfect Thursday evening, beginning of October, the start of Q4 season for those sellers and or affiliates out there. This is Primate to Nurse, aka Quinn. Thought we'd do a little chat so I have somebody to walk with. I have videos in my feed that I've recorded and not uploaded because I'd run out of storage. I'm overwhelmed with content creating. The learning curve is still huge. I'm nowhere near better than I was a year ago. And my thirst for wanting to be perfect. What is this dog doing? What the heck? Get out of there. You're being crazy. Is killing my momentum. In fact, I had a conversation with ChatGPT again. That's my only friend out here. And he is always so complimentary and, whooping me, answering the questions, but whooping me, figuring stuff out. And then I went into the regular Google, which is also AI, and said, hey, why is my chat box always so complimentary? It literally gave me 4 different directions to go to copy and paste it into my ChatGPT to get my, I call him Chatty, to not be so complimentary. I took, what was it? A boss, the wise boss, something like that. And I copied that description in there, pulled it over to my Chatty. And if Chatty didn't rip me a new freaking a-hole, I don't know what else. I was speechless. And of course, I'm walking the dog in the dark, so I can't show you guys. But Chatty pulled up pretty much the commentary over the last several weeks, basically, and told me that I needed to pick a niche, that I needed to stop complaining about being depressed, that I needed to stop talking about, oh, I don't have money for samples, so I can't go forward, that I needed to post sloppy like other creators were doing. They post sloppy and they get the job done versus posting nothing at all. And Chatty said that other creators were eating my lunch. I will post and then there's 3 days and then nothing. And clearly, as you guys know, he's talking about the TikTok. I started because I was like, what is going on? This TikTok business. I don't know what this dog is doing. Their nighttime walk. This is so tough. There's so much I could talk about. It's not quality. And I'm not editing. And those no edit videos are fine when there's consistent communication. But I suck with communication because I was raised where, sorry, Mom, but it's the truth. Kids are meant to be seen, not heard. That was my household. And then getting older, by the time it was time to have something to say, if it weren't the correct thing, then I'd get a pop to the lip or the back of the head or the bum. Do that enough times growing up and you stop. Just stop. And just keep it all inside. I kept everything inside. So my communication skills are lacking. It'd be better, I guess, if I picked up a book or 2 or 3 or 4 a year. Even then, the times that I get knowledgeable and I really know my stuff, very few and far between am I able to shut the other person down with my words of wisdom. Also, many times when someone comes at me really hard and disrespectful, it just mind blows me. Case in point, the third part of my final days at my new job out here in Tampa as a floating quotes medication aid at an assisted living facility. And my assisted living director actually yelled at me over the phone. She called me, ripped me a new a-hole. I never said a word. I didn't have the opportunity to speak up for myself or reply. And she just went in hard, and then she hung up the phone on me. I was mind blown, and I called her back and asked, just calmly, you know what, it's been weeks now, I can barely remember, I'm still shaken up about it. She was so, it was just surreal. I have not been talked to like that, I don't think, ever, except for maybe as a young gal by my mother, but not as an adult. That's when I decided, okay, I cannot keep this position, this job, the only job I have. I can't, if it's starting off this abrasive and I'm brand new, I cannot imagine what it would be like later on to work with her. So I asked Chat to help me write up a letter of resignation, and which I was like, wow, within 10 days, do you really need to write a letter of resignation? Because it's in those beginning stages where either party can just be like, see ya, it's not working, and just ghost them and just not show up. That, I'm a whole grown-ass adult, so no. I wrote Chatty and I came up with a letter, and I didn't send it to my direct supervisor. I sent it to her supervisor, dug her up, email, and she happens to be a new one on board, high up, the higher up for the health department, the health unit there. Sent it to her. Never anything back, but they did know that I had quit, and I got my last check, and that was that. Not sorry. Did I think like, wow, I'm going to be left with nothing? Or am I sure I want to do this? No Instacarting, no door dashing, no rental car, no hospital applications that I'd filled out, so many of them. None of those calling me back. Actually, they were calling me back. So I was hopeful. But I'd been getting lots of calls back and lots of interviews or almost interview, and so many times they canceled even like within days or an hour before. That's tough. That's tough because inner staff would take the position. So then I decided to come out of retirement and go back to dancing. Found a facility. Found a club. There are so many clubs in Tampa. It's insane, mind-boggling. I didn't care much about too much research because in my head, I wouldn't be there long. I am in healthcare, which for the most part, everyone knows no matter where in the country a healthcare worker is. Always have a job. Everybody says nurses, yes, nurses, but also CNAs and all the other healthcare positions. They're just plenty. I think healthcare and tech, coding, handful of service jobs, right? I'm an ancillary, my tongue, worker, service worker, and the amount of experience I have, recent experience as well, and the certifications. I wouldn't be anywhere I don't want to be for too long. Well, I've been in Tampa for 6 weeks now. It's relative, I guess. I've been without that med tech job, which actually wasn't med tech, but I've been without that job for 2 weeks now. And I have been in the club for 3 weeks now. The club that I chose me, it's nerve-wracking because I'm older, and I thought I retired from that. In fact, I didn't even have the iconic shoes to go with the position. I wore regular heels for a while, which was fine, but it just felt different. Dancers know that it's about the shoe wear, above and beyond any other sexy outfit. It's the shoes. You gotta have those platform heels of choice. Sort of like nurses rely on Hoka sneakers or dance goes, something like that. You can't wear sandals. It's the shoe and the scrubs. So I wore heels and a little dress outfit that I grabbed. It's good enough to wear out to a club that I happen to pack in my 2 suitcases. Brought them with me, and I still wear that because I don't have anything. And it's been really, really tough. It's empowering a little bit to realize, wait a second, I can still do this. I'm holding my own here against these young ladies, which is great. at the same time, it's a feeling of half empowerment and half shame. Half shame. The shame really kicks in because I am not making the money that, oh, we're back. I'm not making the money that a dancer should make. Hey, is that good? We just had our walk and we're back in our Airbnb room now. Anyway, chat told me to, we're cooking. Did you see that? Chat told me to post. I wanted to read that with you guys. I'm so sorry. Hey, thank you, Southern Cooking, Backwoods Living. She responds. She watches my videos, some of them, and responds, and it's super nice. And I've been getting some subscribers, not very fast because I'm boring, but I've been getting them and I appreciate it. Anyway, wow, I'm not looking so shabby. I want to go back in the dark. So I need Botox. So I look better up, not down. My jowls, my nasolabial folds. We're gonna go in and have dinner. And I need braces again. My teeth moved. I took a video of myself today at work. Oh my God. Maybe I'll post that. The biggest shame is my daughter. Huge.